everybody, and welcome back. Today I'm bringing you my January favorites. So everything I loved from the month of January. And I know this is actually coming up kind of late, but I'm kind of a week behind because I was sick for an entire week. Just terribly sick. Didn't have a voice. Couldn't do any filming. So everything's running a little bit behind. So my favorites are a little bit behind, but here we go. We'll start off with the body products. I kind of went on a little treat yourself day. I picked up a few of the Tree Hut brands, and I got the Shea Moisturizing Body Wash in Almond and Honey. Oh, I'm sorry, it's kind of glaring there. It's kind of a cloudy but bright day out today. So I got this, and it's an Almond and Honey, and oh my gosh. It just smells so good. These are made with certified organic shea butter. They're sulfate free. They have lots of almond oil and honey, and so they're kind of more of a natural. They're not completely natural, but they're a more natural option. So I really enjoy that. And then I went ahead and got some of the Shea Sugar Scrub. And this stuff is just... it smells just as good. So that's what the inside of it kind of looks like there. It's real gritty, like super. I mean, it's gonna scrub you to death. It scrubbed me to death, but oh my gosh, when I was finished, it just felt fabulous. So I just felt so exfoliated. And so then to top that off, I got the Tree Hut Shea Body Butter. And again, this is in the almond and honey scent. And, gosh, they all just smell so good. So that's kind of what the body butter looks like. It's real thick. I mean, it's like thick. Like you don't, like you tap into it. You don't like scoop your hand into it. And you don't need very much product at all. It just goes on, soaks right into the, I mean, it just soaks right in, leaves your skin really moisturized. I did find though that like after I scrubbed and then put the body butter on, I don't know if it's because I sloughed off all that old dead skin, but I felt kind of sticky, tacky. Not in a bad way though, but in a, oh my gosh, I'm so moisturized, sticky, tacky kind of way. I picked up the Charcoal and Black Sugar Mud Mask from Freeman. And this contains, well, charcoal and black sugar. Smooths, purifies, and moisturizes the skin. And this is for normal to combo skin. My skin is pretty normal. But this one is for normal to combo skin. So you can use it for both. I don't know how well it would work for really oily skin or very dry skin. I think it would really dry you out. It comes out, it's really black. And it stains a little bit, so you may or may not want to use a brush to put it on or gloves. I mean, I was able to wash it off pretty well, but it took some scrubbing to get it off, so I think next time I definitely will use gloves with it. But, yeah, this says it will do 2 to 4 applications, depending upon how you do it. I can definitely see myself getting 4 out of it. I used about 1/4 of the package to put over my entire face. You leave it on there until it dries, and then you rinse it with warm water. It doesn't take very long to dry. I'd say maybe about 10 minutes total. I left mine on for about 15 to 30. I did it while I was doing my bubble bath, so I was just in there hanging out and tried this. But I really did like this, and so yeah, it goes into my January favorites for sure. Okay, now moving on to my poor little lips, because my lips are so dry. I always have lip balmy type products that I love to mention and talk about. So this month I'm using my little e.o.s. I love these guys so much. Little lip balm. And this is the one in Passion Fruit. It's in this cute little lavender one. And this is actually one, well, hang on, pull it closer so you can actually see the color. This is one I didn't have in my collection of e.o.s. lip balms, which are behind me in that bowl. I don't know how well you can see that. I think that my camera blurs out the background. But it's passion fruit, and of course they're made with shea and yoga oil. But I really love this. It's a really great scent. It's probably one of my favorites, right up there next to lemon. My lemon drop balm had a tragedy. Puppy dog ate it. So, thank God those are organic and natural, right? Because, you know, I love to do my nails, and I tried a new one this month, and actually my manicure is looking really bad. I kind of patched it up a little bit because it's about time to redo my nails. But I tried some of the Sally Hansen's Hard as Nails because I know people really rave about this product and how great it is. And I just, you know, I love my Pure Ice so much, and I know that will not disappoint me. So I got this Sally Hansen's Hard as Nails color, and it's called Cemented. And it's just a really good gray. The formula's okay. It doesn't hold up as long as I'd like it to. I did start getting chips pretty quickly into the manicure, which I don't appreciate that. Usually I want to go at least 3-4 days without a chip. This did chip about a day and a half into it, but not terribly. So nothing I couldn't, you know, patch up really quick, you know, just put a layer base coat and then recoat the nail. So it wasn't too bad, but I really love the color. So I've worn it a couple of times, and I usually don't do that. I usually only wear a color for a week. I've worn this one for 2 weeks, so that definitely gets a favorite if I wear a nail polish color for more than 7 days. Okay, so moving on now to 2 brushes. These were actually in a first impressions that I did when I did my Tartlette in Bloom Get Ready With Me. So if you'd like to see them in action, you can, I'll link that video below so that you can check it. But they're the Wet n Wild brushes that they came out with. And I have the large eyeshadow brush, which is here, and the small eyeshadow brush. Love, 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 love this. They have like this little groove notch in it for your finger. Apparently the little thing said that it's like ergonomically designed for makeup application. Love, love, love the large eyeshadow brush. Run, 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 run away from this. This is the small eyeshadow brush from Wet n Wild, and it's very flat. It's a nice flat brush, which I would think would be fantabulous for picking up and packing on shadow. It's horrible. It does not pick up shadow. No matter what shadows I use, no matter how hard I try it, I have to constantly dip, constantly dip, constantly dip. It just does not pick up shadow. Okay, so what I have been loving to use for eye primer is actually the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind concealer, and this is in the shade Neutralizer. Now this is just a really kind of yellow pigmented, I'll tap some on there for you. It's a very yellow pigmented concealer. It works really great for brightening for me with my skin tone, and that's what I like to use it for. But as an eyelid primer, it's perfect because it cancels out all of the dark pigment that I have across my eyelid. So last month I was all about bronzing and kind of stepped away from contouring, and this month I'm all about contouring again, go figure. And I have re-fallen in love with Shop My Stash, my Wet n Wild contour palette, and this is the old school one now. I know they've reformulated it. I haven't tried it yet because this is still completely full, but I got the shade Dulce de Leche, which means sweet. What's de leche mean? Is that caramel? Sweet caramel. Dulce means sweet. So these are now being carried like everywhere, which I think is fabulous. They say they've reformulated it. I like this formula, so I don't know. I will buy one of the new ones just to see what it's like, but honestly, I'm very happy with this one. So anyway, here's the 2. Let me swatch the 2 shades. The contour, which it's so close to my own skin tone that it's perfect for just creating a shadow, as you can see that. I'm not the biggest fan of the highlight shade itself. It's okay. It's a matte highlight, which is nice, but I actually like more to use it for maybe setting the under eyes. I think it really brightens there and does a good job. Also brow bone, I think it does a good job, but it's a little bit, I don't know, it's a little bit chalky. I don't like to use it on my cheekbones necessarily. Okay, the blush that I have been in love with this month, and I've just been using it like nonstop, and I'm wearing it today, and it is it is Wet n Wild's Coloricon blush in Mellow Wine. And this is the original one too. Now these have been reformulated as well. I didn't think there was anything wrong with the original formula, so I'm really not sure what they did with them. Mellow Wine, just a dusty rose mauve, really pretty, matte, you know, maybe just a hint of satinness to it, but it's pretty much matte. But I love it. I just think it's so pretty. It's a good winter color. For me, it just kind of gives my cheeks a little bit of that flush. I have re-fallen in love, which I've never fallen out of love with this, but I've been showing a lot of love this month to my Wet n Wild Coloricon bronzer, which this is not a bronzer. This is definitely a highlight, and it's in Reserve Your Cabana. I got this for Christmas. The Tartlette In Bloom palette. Got it for Christmas. Hooked, guys. Hooked. It's like my new crack. So it's got this huge mirror down here, which I'm going to try and hide so don't blind you. It's got all these really, it's got a mirror on this side too. All these really great shades. The original In Bloom palette was completely matte. This one has 3 shimmer shades, and I'll swatch those for you. They're Funny Girl, Firecracker, and Rocker. So that's those 3 shades. Look at Firecracker. That, I am just so hooked on that shade. Oh, darn. And I hope that this is really picking it because it's so hard to see. But those are those 3 shimmer shades they got there. And I mean, just butter. Just so butterly smooth, so beautifully pigmented. Lash product for the month. And I actually have an entire review / demo on this. This was also included in my haul. But since I purchased it, I have fallen so in love with. This is the Lash Sensational Luscious. For one, the packaging's gorgeous. It's a matte black finish with this chromed pink lettering finish on it. Oh, I think that's so pretty. So pretty. But here's the brush. It's a fan brush, but it comes to like a cone. Last 2 products, and then I have and I'm very devastated about that. So, last 2 products, lip products. Winter months, I talked about this last month. I'm more of a lip balm, lip butter kind of girl. Love my Revlon lip butter. This is in shade, this is the Colorburst lip butter. This is in shade 001 Pink Truffle. So pretty. From what I've understood and read, it is a dupe for NARS Dolce Vita. It's a pretty close dupe because that shade is beautiful. But here's what it looks like. They're not super duper opaque because they're not supposed to be. It's a butter. But it's just a beautiful pinky nude for me, and doesn't have a scent or anything. Love this stuff. So I've been using that constantly. That and the other one I've been using, and this was a favorite. It was a haul. It was everything. It was a whole trip to Ulta just for this one product. This is the NYX Intense Butter Gloss. And this is in the shade Chocolate Crepe, which I want to let all of you know. I don't know about every demographic. Oh, look at that. Is that not beautiful? Now, I'm not wearing that today. I'm wearing a new one. I'm not going to talk about it because I think it's going to be a favorite for next month. But for those of you who, don't have an Ulta nearby, check your local Target because my local Target just redid their entire makeup section. Okay, last but not least, it's a total no. And I am very upset about this product because, and I wrote an email and I'm waiting for a response because I just wrote it like a day ago and it's the weekend. So anyway, I wrote an email about it because I stand behind Revlon Colorstay 150,000%. That is my foundation. When I know I have to go to work and I'm working a 12-hour shift, that is the only foundation I wear to work. When I kept seeing the new 2-in-1 and waiting for my store to carry it, and finally they started carrying it, and so I got it. Okay, so when you open the compact, it has this little concealer here in this disc. That lifts up. Then you have the foundation portion in there. Then that lifts up. And you have a mirror down here. And then you have this little like triangular rounded, it's just a flat sponge. Okay, I have tried this with brush, Beauty Blender sponge, well, the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. I have tried this with fingers. I have tried this with everything possible I can think of. It's a very thick formula, which I appreciate because I expect that from Colorstay. It glides on. It is pretty darn close to my skin shade. When you blend it out, okay, nothing. I'm serious. Like, I can see it just a little bit on my hand, but when I bring that up to you guys, you can barely tell in that, just that small spot. Now, it does go cream to kind of powdery, but it does nothing except make my skin look ashy. I get zero coverage out of it, and this is supposed to be a full coverage. It is, you know, it is marketed as a medium to buildable full coverage, just like the original Colorstay, like the original Colorstay Whipped. It is not. This is sheer coverage. Sheer, and there's no way, I don't think you can build this up to medium. This is sheer coverage. I like the concept. The concept is phenomenal. It's nice to have these two things in the go, especially for people who travel a lot. This is so easy to travel with. You don't have to worry about a glass bottle getting broke. It's got everything you need in it. Even, I'm sure you can work that little sponge. I'm sure that's a workable sponge. But until they do something with the formula, this is a poo, and it's not worth $17 because I paid $16.99 for this at Walgreens. Anyway, let's end on a happy note. That is my January favorites, and no. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Anything that I talked about, I will definitely link down below, as well as my other favorite videos if you'd like to watch them. Make sure that you give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. I am thinking about doing a makeup collection series of videos. My makeup collection is not huge. I am by no means, like, I don't know if you've ever watched Tara Baby Z. She's got toolboxes of makeup. It's crazy, but I love watching it. But I do have a pretty modest collection of makeup, so I'm thinking about going through that in a series. Definitely let me know down below in the comments if you're interested in seeing something like that, because I'd be happy to do it for you. Also, expect a review coming up on the Ion at Home Keratin Brazilian Blowout Keratin Treatment. Do you see this, guys? Look, I got my hair. My husband had a heart attack. I did this is why my hair is so flat. I just did this a couple days ago, and for 72 hours you can't put any clips, nothing. Oh, so I just have to wear it completely flat. But so far, I am loving the results. With my curly hair, I have never seen my hair this flat and shiny. So expect a review coming up on that in a couple of weeks. And that's what I have for you today. I want to again thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to keep up with me, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.